Is everyone here?
Yeah.
Okay, so my first question for you, an important question is, what is on your Christmas wish list to Santa this year? Raise your hand. Makana, nice and loud. What's one thing on your Christmas wish list?
I used to have a phone when I was 4 years old, but I lost it, so now I want a new phone.
A phone? First grader with a phone? Wow. Diego, what's on your wish list?
Like a stuffed animal snake.
Ooh, a snake? Makana. Or, if you're talking, other people are trying to share their idea. Avanish?
And when I was 3 years old, I lost my Nerf gun, so I wanted another Nerf gun.
A Nerf gun? Wow, okay, one more. Someone who's sitting crisscross. Avery.
My wish is I want a little like a unicorn set.
Ooh, unicorn. All right, hands down. So it's actually really amazing that Santa is able to deliver presents to millions of kids all in one night, right? But Santa could not be able to do all of that without the help of some very special animals. Does anyone know what those animals are? Caleb, what are those animals?
It's a reindeer.
Reindeers. Okay. So Santa actually has 9 reindeer. I'm going to try to say them out loud. There's 9 reindeers. There's Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen, Rudolph. And in the book we're about to read today, we're going to learn, we are going to be reading a book about another reindeer. Her name is Olive. Olive the other reindeer. So in this book, Olive is such a big help to Santa. Raise your hand if you've ever been a big help to anyone before. Your parents, your friends. Oh, that's good. Yeah. So in this book, while we read them aloud together, you're going to think about ways that Olive helps Santa. She actually saves the day, saves the night. So I want you to hear, So I want you to hear all about ways that Olive helps Santa, okay? So we are going to turn your bodies to the board. Okay, the book is called Olive the Other Reindeer. Raise your hand if you've ever read this book before. Raise a quiet hand. So it'll be a little bit new for most of you. Okay, hands down. Olive the Other Reindeer. Okay. Every day, Olive took her daily dog walk. Winter, spring, summer, or fall. Today was a winter's day. It was the holidays. There was music playing outdoors. So what animal is Olive?
A dog.
Sophia.
A dog.
Yeah. So she's actually not a reindeer, she's a dog. People were singing along. Olive the other reindeer. Olive was too shy to sing. She hummed. Back at her dog house, Olive was wrapping presents and listening to the radio. She heard the same song again. Olive the other reindeer, went the song.
I thought it was called Olive.
Olive the other reindeer. Olive sang along. So she actually misheard the song, right? So it actually, the lyrics are Olive the other reindeer, but she heard Olive the other reindeer. Olive the reindeer, said Olive. I thought I was a dog. I must be a reindeer. It was a time of the year when all reindeer reported to the North Pole to help Santa Claus. Olive put down her scissors carefully and marched out the door. She took one bus and then 2 buses. She got there just in time. Santa was checking his list for the 2nd time. Elves were busy helping the reindeer and loading the sleigh with presents for all the good girls and boys. Everyone was getting ready to go. Olive took her place. Santa noticed that there was a little dog in the lineup. Santa knew a lot about dogs. For instance, they can't fly. But as it was time to go, he decided to give Olive a chance. So even though Olive wasn't a reindeer, Santa still wanted him to join, right?
Yeah.
Comet, the biggest reindeer, used a piece of extra ribbon to make sure Olive was tied in safe and tight. Now they were ready to go. Olive was surprised. It was so easy to fly. The other reindeer were very curious about the new helper. They looked at Olive so much. They weren't watching where they were going. Crash! They flew smack into the top of a too-tall tree. "Oh dear," said Santa, "my sleigh is stuck in this tree. I'll have to cut it free." Olive clung to the side of the tree. She tried to fly up to help Santa, but she could not. She climbed up slowly and started chewing. Chewing sticks was something Olive could do well. "Thank you, Olive," said Santa Claus as they got back on their way. So in this part, how did Olive help Santa? Elvia? She helped chew the branches so then the sleigh could be free. Good job.
All the other reindeer have red noses.
They had not traveled far when Olive's nose began to twitch. Olive smelled trouble. It was the smell of gumdrop candies as they fell from the sleigh. Drop, drop, drop. Olive barked, and Santa knew what to do. He steered the reindeer down and around so that all of the gumdrops fell. Plop, 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 back into the toy sack. So how did Olive help Santa in this portion? Travis. And what else? Yeah, he was able to smell the gumdrops because dogs have really good noses. Right?
Wait, how come gumdrops are the sky?
Oh, we'll see.
Gumdrop?
I'll tell you. We were very lucky to not lose a single gumdrop, thought Olive. Then she heard a strange sound. It was the musical note, ee! She spun around on her string to see the night sky filled with falling flutes. Olive had to howl louder than the wind instruments. This was not music to Santa's ears. First gumdrops, and now flutes, thought Santa. That tree must have torn a hole in my sled. So why are the gumdrops and flutes falling? Promise.
It's because when the reindeer flew into the tree, there was a hole in Santa's sleigh, so all the toys are falling out.
Yeah.
Or falling out, and even the can.
Now you get it. Good job, Thomas.
Wait, but what if all the toys are
Well, maybe there was just a little hole. We'll see. Prepare for an emergency landing, Santa instructed.
There's a unicorn.
The sleigh landed in a snowy field full of flutes. Luckily, Olive was very good at fetching sticks. It is something dogs love to do. Before Santa had finished patching the hole in the sleigh, Olive had returned each and every flute back to the sack. "Ho, ho, ho," said Santa. "We're ready to go."
Oh, I get what this
I can see that bunny.
Oh my gosh, look, the bunny lives in the snow underneath. That's a funny detail.
Yeah, but now she's scared of that too.
They were running late. But after a while, all the good children received their presents, and Santa and his team headed home.
Please.
Dog.
There's 2 dogs.
They were almost home when they got caught in the dreaded North Pole fog. The reindeer slowed down until it was only the breeze that moved them along. The fog was as thick as a pillow. It made everyone feel sleepy. Then Santa remembered something about dogs. They are expert smellers. Olive, I'd hate to be late for breakfast this year, he said. Mrs. Claus has planned a parade of cookies. You can almost smell them, can't you? Olive could smell the cookies. Olive, won't you guide my sleigh this morning? Asked Santa. Olive moved to the front of the reindeer.
It's just a Rudolph.
Thanks to Olive's nose and Mrs. Claus's baking, they made it all the way back to the North Pole. All of the elves sang out a cheer. Hooray! Hooray! Santa and the reindeer and the little doggy are back. So, how did Olive's nose help her get back to the North Pole? How is she really helping? Jacob. So even though they were in the fog, they couldn't get back home. Olive was a big help because she was able to use her nose, right, to smell the cookies.
Wait, but then how does the reindeer communicate with the dog if the dog is not even flying and the reindeer?
That's a good question. Back at the North Pole, it was a glorious morning. After eating lots of good food, it was time to open presents. The reindeer got jump ropes, and the elves got toy trains. Santa reached into his toy sack. There was just one present left. It was for Olive. It was her very own set of reindeer antlers. They fit perfectly. Then everyone went outside to play reindeer games. So why do you think Santa gave her reindeer ears when she wasn't even a reindeer? Aria?
Maybe because she was acting like a reindeer.
She acted like a reindeer? Yeah. Anyone else? Sophia? Why did he get reindeer?
I think she got reindeer ears because she helped Santa.
So maybe, yeah, he kind of acted like a reindeer.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But that's what
Oh,
I wasn't going to say that.
Yeah.
I wasn't
All right.
going to say that.
Okay, face your bodies to me now. Good job listening. A lot of you guys were listening very closely to the book. So I know throughout the book we were talking about ways that Olive was helpful, but let's refresh our memory. Let's see if we can remember. Think about one way that Olive was helpful in the book. We can think in our heads for 5 seconds. Let's try to remember. There were actually 5 times she was helpful. So try to find one. Okay, let's see who's sitting and who's quiet.
I only have a question.
Isabella. Yeah, so they fell into the tree, but what did Olive do to help? Yeah, he chewed the branch free. Okay, nice, so that's one. Yuri, what's another?
He helped Santa get back home.
How?
His nose.
Yeah, her nose. Smelling the cookies at the end. Okay, 2, 3 more. Who can get it? Sudhanva.
She actually helped Santa by smelling the gumdrops.
The gumdrops. And Christopher, I'll wait for you to sit, Christopher. Okay, Christopher.
He helped pick up the flutes.
Ooh, okay. Pick up the flutes. So that's one. The last one is a little bit tricky. It also has to do with flutes.
Oh.
Abby. So he helped pick up the flutes, right, Christopher? Or she helped pick up the flutes, but she did something before then. How did she let Santa know about the flutes were falling? You know, Abby? She heard a noise and she howled. She's like, "Woo!" So then Santa can hear it, right? Okay, good job.
That I did have
Have a question?
Yeah.
Oh, what's your question, Travis? Let's all listen to Travis's question.
How does the dog and the reindeer communicate?
Oh,
If
that's
they don't
nice.
even speak. How does they communicate if they don't speak dog or the reindeer? But the reindeer speaks reindeer and the dog speaks
Yeah.
dog. I don't know how they communicate. If they both.
You have an answer to that, McDonald? To his question?
Because
Hold on, who's talking? I hear talking.
Because they're both animals.
Yeah, it's kind of like if you had a dog. You know, sometimes like when I have a dog, you can try your best to communicate with the dog, but
I try to communicate with them.
yeah.
I try to communicate with my dog and I say to tell him
Yeah.
to sit, but he really actually
Yeah.
just.
Okay. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Focus. So, hold on.
Friends, you need to focus because we don't have that much time, okay?
Hands down. We're gonna move on. So Olive actually wasn't a reindeer. She was a dog, but she was able to help Santa Admonish to and use her unique talents to help her. So I want you guys to think this is a magic question. This is what you guys are gonna fill out. The question is, if you were a reindeer, what could you do to help Santa? Why would you make a good reindeer? Because remember, Olive wasn't a reindeer, but she made a great reindeer, remember? So here's the prompt you guys are going to write.
Wait, is it like that word?
Travis, hold on, not your turn right now. Okay, you're gonna fill this out. I would make a great reindeer because blank. So before you think, I'll give you an example. This one's my example. This is my example of the completed project of what you're gonna make. So I wrote, I would make a great reindeer because I wear glasses. So I can see very far away to guide Santa's sleigh through the night sky. So that's something how I can help Santa.
How can you see at night?
Oh, that's just it's my idea. All right.
I was gonna ask.
So let's take 5 seconds. Think to yourself, what are you gonna write? I want to hear your ideas before we start. So think to yourselves 5 seconds.
We have 25 minutes.
Okay, we'll do 2 examples. Really quick.
I am going to make a great reindeer because he could actually have sharp teeth to bite out the sticks and chop it off.
Okay, last one. Promise.
I will make a great reindeer because I will have a great nose. So I will smell something that Santa knows the way home. Like if the cheese made out of candy cane, I'll smell that and then I'll find the way home.
Yeah, okay. Nice. Thanks for sharing. So let's see. I'll really quickly explain what you're gonna do. All of you, me and Miss Ferguson actually went through during lunch and gave you all of your supplies. Before you do the project, I'm gonna leave this up here for you to see. Of course, you have a head, 2 eyes, a nose, 2 hands. They're actually called hooves. And 2 antlers. So all of you guys have your material, but before you start making it, I want everyone to finish this first. You can't start making the project before you write.
Okay.
Friends, too, you're going to write first, and you're going to write with pencil And then it needs to be glued on the bottom. Can you
Yeah.
specify where you glued it
Okay.
on?
So when you're done, you have to put it on the bottom because you need room for this spot, right?
Okay.
So glue it, right? Glue, then make your reindeer. And I'll leave this up here for you to see as an example. I'm sure you guys can figure it out.
We can tape it on the Promethean board next
Oh,
to
yeah,
it.
okay.
That might be better.
Yeah.
Your reindeer looks amazing.
Thank you. Yours
And I
too.
love your
All
highlights.
right. So, let's see. Any questions, Travis? Really quick?
If our red paper like that falls on the ground and there's no name, can we actually write our name?
Yeah. You can write the names here. I put a name area here, but you can write it on the back too.
Yeah, but I was
Okay.
talking about like if the red paper falls by itself and somebody writes it and does it.
They still write your name.
Yeah, you have to write your name, Elvia.
What should we do?
I think this will take the whole time because there's only a little bit
Yep.
amount of time. You didn't even write Wakanda.
Okay, what's your right?
I will make a great reindeer because she is nice. She is a very helpful and nice to Santa, and he gave her a present, and she was very happy.
Yay!
Oh.
Can I see yours, Abby? Ooh, pretty.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, eyes on me.